Hello, Roxie. Welcome to the comments for the theme essay. So everything's good with the format. Just note that, again, the font is a little different. Let me see if I can bring this up here. It's Apos written in tribute to Thomas Grumman. And again, I don't take points off for just that, but again, other professors do. So just be careful. And then anytime you reference Garden Party, as you do here, even within your own title, it should actually be in quotes as well. Now, as I mentioned before a couple times, so with your own title, you want it to reflect the thesis. So as a reader, I should have a good understanding of exactly what you're trying to argue. So what you want to do is pull from your thesis. So in this case, even if you're going to say something like discomfort with romanticizing working class society or something, right? Something that's a very specific kind of element here. Or in this case, awareness of class, like awareness of class division in the Garden Party, or something like that would be a stronger title, right? So good passage. The only thing you would want to do is, of course, is cite the page number, just for full citation format. Okay, now in this case, notice that bulk is summary. So you say that illuminates, but you're not stating the exact kind of thesis yet. So what you would want to do here is actually join this paragraph and then say a well-defined theme that Mansfield conveys is, now in that case, that wouldn't be the theme, the character's awareness, that would be characterization. So you'd want to, you would really want to focus on this next part here. So a well-defined theme that Mansfield conveys is the prejudice against the working class is exhibited in satisfying an unequal society, right? Okay, good. Well, how so, right? And so then expand, right? What does that mean, right? Like, what does that mean? Exhibited in satisfying. So the prejudice exhibited in satisfying an unequal society. Okay, so how so? How does it satisfy? Right? How does the prejudice satisfy the unequal society and so forth? Yeah, so in this case, while that's true, you're kind of focusing a little bit too much on separate themes here. This is what we call that bifurcation. So choose only one, right? Because both are valid. But you'd want to choose, and that would be an important aspect is making sure that um, you have a good kind of sense of a singular focus here. Yeah, so there's just a little bit too many ideas for one paragraph, or should be like in this case one essay, right? Yeah, and so if you want, and here's where you could kind of incorporate this idea, right, in the conclusion, right? So if you just focus on the prejudice aspect, right, why, what is Mansfield trying to say about upper class prejudices and so forth, and then you could show, right, how lore is used, right, to kind of counteract that. But you would want to stay grounded on one or the other rather than trying to do both in the introduction, but as well as through the entire essay. Yeah, so here again, this is again more focused on summary and then more focused on characterization here. So that would be an important aspect to kind of reshape here. So in this case, again, you could use how Mansfield um, conveys the theme through lore, but you want to be very focused and much more specific on that. Is like And then, of course, like how does she use another character and so, or the family itself. So there's ways to kind of refocus this. And again, notice too, you don't want to end on detail in each paragraph, right? Each sentence at the last ends on detail. You always want to synthesize, argue, right? Frame it within analysis. Yes, the same thing. Like this almost sounds like more of like a different topic than what you're bringing up in the introduction. So that would be an important aspect to kind of think about too, right? Because again, now here, looking down, that's good, but that's where you'd want to start because the micromanaging, right, of the workers, that would be or possibly different than the prejudice. I'm not seeing that a prejudice. Now looking it down upon, sure, but then where is that, right? Now be careful here because that would be more of a rhetorical question, which you don't want to ask. The reader can't respond, so you'd want to be more direct, right? Yeah, and like again, these are all kind of general ideas. Yes, the same thing here, right? This is kind of more. This sounds more like a supporting paragraph than a conclusion. And again, it's focused more on character. Notice too that last sentence. Mansfield conveys that no matter how much Laura tries to insert himself, right, she'll never know, right? That's characterization, not theme. So that's an important aspect that you want to focus on. So what I'm seeing, which is great, is there are a lot of good ideas. You want to really focus down and choose one and sustain it throughout the entire essay. You could do the prejudice aspect, that would be a good topic, and then develop the theme from there. You could focus on how Mansfield is using Laura to convey a theme, right, of empathy or of diminishing prejudices or changing social views. Like there's all sorts of ways that you could do that. Or you could focus on, how Mansfield is using the family to again not reinforce class divisions, but try to teach about class divisions. Like, so there's a few things that you could do based on the foundations that you're setting up here. But again, you want to choose one singular idea and work on expanding throughout the entire essay. Obviously, if you have questions, please email, talk to class, right? If not, just go ahead and finish up the last major assignment and take care.